After watching some of my recent videos, I noticed that a lot of persons have been asking, what light do you use? Because it seems like you no longer use the AD 600 BM that much. Yes, I'm doing a 60 days outdoor shooting where I shoot a lot of images without lights, learning how to use natural light to shoot every single thing, and that has helped me a lot. So recently, some of the light I use the most to get the best out of my images are one, this particular light you're seeing here, which is the AD 100 Pro. The AD 100 Pro is like a switch from the V1, just a little bit of power output compared to the V1. And another amazing thing about this is you can either use it as a strobe, you can use it as a normal flashlight. Just tell somebody to hold it for you like this. There are handles that you can put and mount it on your stand, or you mount it as when you add your S2 bracket, you can use it as a strobe and put a softbox on it. The power output is very okay to use for events, most especially when you're shooting in areas where you don't want to point your light facing up, you want to point your light at the subject like this. This will work very well. And I have some accessories that makes this easy, like accessories to add grid to this light so that I will not be spreading the light anyhow. So sometimes when you see me shooting, I just tell my boy to just point this light like this to the subject. Once you point this light like this to the subject, I'm good to go. This is like me using direct light, but once you understand how to use direct light, you understand that direct light is very good to use. So I'm using direct light a lot of times. So if I'm not using this particular one, like the images you're seeing on the screen right now were shot with the AD 200 Pro. The AD 200 Pro was what I used for those images. So if you want to get strobe that will make life easy for you with no stress, without you trying to break the bank, see these two lights, they are your go-to lights. When I bought this light, it was a little bit more affordable, and the brand I bought it from also did good for me. Another amazing thing about this light is if you have the V1, you automatically have two different speed lights, two different battery. For those of you who don't know what the V1 is, this is what V1 looks like. It's a flashlight that we normally put on the head of our camera. We use it a lot on the head of our camera. This is what V1 looks like. So I have these three lights. So if my power output here is down, I can just take from the speed lights and put, because both of them are using same battery. Both of them uses the same battery. So it makes life easy for the common creator who doesn't want to travel with big accessories. And if you're using mirrorless cameras these days, you know that you don't even need a lot of light to shoot the kind of images you want to shoot. You want your ambience to be showing the way my background light is showing. You want all this feel. Because the power from this thing, if you even increase it too much, you start losing the environmental ambience and all. So you don't want to lose everything. So the best option for you to shoot with is not even a very big strobe. You need something very small. So if you say I should advise someone that is a travel photographer to get a strobe, what strobe should I advise them to get? One, I would advise them to get this because it's very small. It can fit into your pocket. It can see, look at it. This is it I'm holding in my hand. Look at it. This is the size of this thing in my hand. So I will always recommend you getting this. But if you have more money, I would recommend you getting this, because when I shot an event in Lagos, when I shot Amazing Clef event in Lagos, this is what I was using to shoot both in and out. I just hanged it in my cloth here and I was good to go. So you asked me a question, what strobe have I been using? For the video you're seeing on my screen, I used this. Then for this other video you're seeing now and the picture, I used the 200 Pro. So if you want to buy any of the light and your purpose of buying it is to use it as a strobe in the studio, that means you would need this. You will need this S2 bracket. You will need it to get the best out of this light. Now this S2 bracket can carry your Godox ML60, which is a continuous light. It can fit into this hole. This also can fit in. This can fit in. This can fit in. This can also fit in. So if you get the S2 bracket, you are good to go. It will serve you, to give you every single thing you need to get the best out of your image. The grip is very, very strong. The metal is very, very strong. This will last you years without having any issue. The S2 bracket is a go-to for you. So hope this has been helpful. Hope this has saved us a lot of stress. Hope this has answered our question. If this has answered our question, please let's do well to drop it on the comment section.